Well, hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. It's going to be another hot one here for us across the Gulf Coast. Probably no real surprise to you that we're going to be looking at another searingly hot day with these temperatures way above the averages this afternoon. And we'll have heat index values up around 110. That's why we have a heat advisory in place for today. You got to keep in mind what happens here is that, your body sweats. When your body sweats, that's your body's natural air conditioning. And when that sweat evaporates, that's what cools you off. But when it's super humid, the sweat doesn't evaporate very well and it short circuits your body's ability to cool itself. And that's what makes it feel hotter. And that's where the heat index comes from. It's a formula that we use between temperature and humidity that creates it. And that's what we're looking at today. Heat index value is getting up to around 110. We got to 108 yesterday, so I don't think it's out of bounds to think that we could even be a couple degrees hotter today. So it is going to be miserably hot. And I know I hear people all the time, well, we're used to the heat. Yeah, we are used to the heat. But how used to 110 degree heat index do you really get? And keep in mind, if you're having a bad day or you get busy, caught up into something, you may just forget to, take care of yourself. I mean, how many times you've been, working really hard and you realize, man, I haven't ate anything all day. It happens to all of us, and the same thing could happen. You could get dehydrated, and you just got to be careful out there, okay? Just don't let it sneak up on you. Here's what the satellite radar looks like. It is quiet, looking pretty good out there for us right now. The Futurecast shows that it should be pretty quiet much of the day, but by late afternoon, I do anticipate a number of showers and storms bubbling up. You'll see that there around 5, 6 o'clock. It's not widespread. Not everybody gets the showers and storms, but there will be some around that will help cool off some areas. And, so if you get one, great for your yard and great for cooling things off at your house, that'll be a good deal for you. But the rest, like I said, it'll be kind of hit and miss. Not everybody gets in on that. So here's the forecast. You can see those temperatures, upper 90s here this afternoon. Once again, those rain chances in the late afternoon, which are obviously a good thing. We could use whatever we can get. And then as we go into the evening, still stays very hot. I mean, even 5 o'clock, it's still 95 degrees. Won't even get into the mid-80s until we go into the evening hours till it's dark. So it just stays really, really hot all the way through. Here's your planner down on Dauphin Island. You can see temperatures already up near 90 degrees, and they'll stay up there in the low 90s through much of the day. So even by the water, you don't get really that much cooler because the water temperature is nearly 90 degrees down there. So Dauphin Island is surrounded by 90 degree water. Here's what it looks like for the next several days. Low rip current risk. Now, we've had calm conditions at our beaches for nearly 2 weeks now, and that continues. So that's good news. I mean, obviously, never turn your back on the Gulf, but for the most part, things have been pretty quiet. I've been keeping an eye on some of the cameras down at the beaches today, and boy, it is like glass out there, so super smooth. Out in the tropics, of course, we are tracking Tropical Storm Ernesto. It has passed over Puerto Rico overnight in the Virgin Islands and is now moving north and out into the Atlantic. Winds of 70 miles per hour, moving to the northwest at 16. Now, this movement will take it out into the middle of the Atlantic. The only other landmass is going to have to worry about is Bermuda, so all is good with this one. It's not going to bother us, it's not going to bother mainland U.S., and there's nothing else in the tropics right now to be concerned with right now. So we'll be keeping an eye on things. I do anticipate within about a week or so, tropical waves will start coming off Africa one after the other. So I think the activity will pick up. But we've got some time before we get to that, so we got a little break. Here's your 10-day forecast. Takes you right on through. Let me go ahead and put this up full screen so you can see it pretty well. And what we're looking at here is, well, the continuation of the heat. So, we're going from the middle through the middle of August into the later part of August, and we still don't see any days where we even get close to average. Average would be low 90s. So we're going to be in the upper to mid 90s for the rest of the way through. So it'd be nice to have a break in the heat, but we just don't see it. There's some good news here on the long range forecast is that we do have some rain chances most days. So at least we'll get some pop-up showers and thunderstorms to break up the heat from time to time, but obviously it is going to remain very hot for the foreseeable future. That's your forecast. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Fox 10 Gulf Stream.